Hey regular viewers, check out Kellen O'Neill here with the first bass that he's caught. Great job, young man. Alright regular viewers, we are back. I'm sorry it's been a long time since we made a fishing lure build video, but I've had motor trouble and yeah, that kind of took priority because it's no good if you can't go fishing on your days off. I'm a weekend warrior when it comes to fishing, you know, because I got a regular job to feed my regular family and pay our regular bills. And yeah, so that only leaves me a couple days a week, if any, to do this nonsense plus go fishing. So all that to say is I have been wasting a ton of time working on my boat. And in the interim, wasting a ton of time trying to make this jig trailer right here. I want a better swim jig trailer. I always like the swim jigs, as you know, and I'm always looking for a better swim jig trailer. I've made trailers out of toothbrush handles and paintbrush handles and all sorts of fun stuff. And I've been trying to come up with this concept here. These are really rough, I know. These are just, I was going to make these and cover them with clay. Let the clay dry, kind of carve it off to the shape I desired. And then I was looking around my shop and I saw this beauty here. I don't know if anybody remembers this guy, but I had this lure when I was a kid. I used to catch a lot of smallmouth on it, and it kept me occupied. Just kind of cast it out there, and it does that, right? So, you know, it's a silly little, the Moto Minnow, silly little lure. I don't even know if you can get them anymore. I'm sure something on the Amazons is like it, but any hoozles. You know, I saw the tail, though. And the tail on this guy is what I'm looking for, right? Mesmerizing, isn't it? Because I was, like, trying to make a larger profile tail for a swim jig, right? To give it a fishy appearance, if you can picture that kind of together, right? And then maybe put a wedge on the back of it so that it would you know, kind of do this as it was going through the water. We're not going to make a wind-up jig, but you know, that's, we want flappy action, right? That great flappy action. So like I said, I was trying and fiddling around with this, and to no avail. It's just been frustrating. I don't like how it's looked, but at least I've wasted a ton of time trying to do it. And like I said, when I saw this hanging on the wall and then I saw that laying on the floor, because the regular, you know, assistant and the youngest regular assistant there, we'll say they help spread the mess in the shop here. They're good kids, but, you know, they definitely assist me in making things messier. All right, I don't know if your kids do that or it's just mine, but sometimes their priorities are a little different. So, yeah, I saw this fishtail, saw this piece on the floor, and I said, with their powers combined, and my pair of shop shears, I bet I can make a better tail that I'm actually looking for. That was one of those tackle box spacer thingamahoozits there that you can customize your compartment size with. Not Lexan or anything like that, but I think it will be perfect for this mission here where we're just trying to make a mold master. And if it works, I know where I have a bunch more of them. I thought about maybe disassembling that lure and just, you know, stealing the tail, but, oh, it's, you know, had a good life, and why do that? Why punish it, you know, for being goofy? I'll just keep it hung on my wall there as a reminder of my youth and all the smallmouths I caught up in New England on lazy summer days when my dad was actually fishing. It was a good distraction lure for a kid, you know. Okay, we'll go with that. I think that'll look good. Let's make a couple more of those. Would have helped if I recorded it, but pretend I was doing this for the past 2 minutes or so. Rookie mistake, you hate to see it. By the way, I made a new camera stand. I hope you like it. Look at this. Aha! Camera's not shaking. I can do all sorts of stupid things. well, more than normal stupid things. Okay. Okay, so that tail will end at the edge. Put that little trailer on. Okay, I wanted a really thin trailer here, just enough to go, not really give the jig any kind of body, but enough that it's going to hold on to that well enough, and that should do it. And then I wanted the tail to extend past to the skirt area, which makes up the volume for the alleged shape of the fish, right? Bits off of there. So the heat gun will work off of that. Anyway, moving on. Cut off these terrible attempts at tails here. So we're trying the UV resin. It was a little bit difficult. We may go back to our old friend super glue and super glue accelerator for this here task. It may be more suitable just to put them together. Now what are you gonna do with it, regular guy? Smart move. By Mercury. All right, here there are Mold Masters in their various forms. So I've got, a couple different sizes here. Well, apparently 3 different sizes or so, just so I can see which one I like better. And that's the one that we will end up reproducing the most. These guys still need a little bit of tweaking. That one is kind of bent a little bit, but that could just be the plastic. Anyway, we're going to go polyurethane these a couple times to get some nice coats on them, just to smooth them out. And then we will do our favorite part here and make a plaster of Paris mold. So let's get over to the polyurethane-a-thon. Okay. Whilst my dog barks, we shall polyurethane.
Polyurethane-a-thon. It's time for the polyurethane-a-thon here on Regular Guy Lures.
All right, I'll probably do that a couple more times. Let them dry thoroughly. All right, regular viewers, welcome back. Our projects have dried from the polyurethane-a-thon. So they are good to go now. So now it's time for our Made in America mold box. And we're going to start by arranging these to see how they fit in said mold. I just had my sprue top here a second ago. I even tried to be prepared this time and I still can't do it right. Okay, there it is, sprue top. Dunzos. Plenty of room for fish and plenty of room for locators. Perfect. All right, so those do fit there. And now we got to get our friend and helper here on the show. You know him. You love him. What is it?
DAP Plaster of Paris.
DAP Plaster of Paris. Big round of applause, everybody. All right, thank you. And the youngest regular assistant was using DAP Plaster of Paris in school today, wasn't she?
Yes, sir.
Show them what you made.
This.
What is it?
It's a fake fossil.
Of what?
DAP Plaster of Paris.
Well, I know you use DAP Plaster of Paris, but what is it supposed to be?
It's supposed to be a fossil of a snail shell, I think.
A snail shell?
I'm not sure.
Like a sneeze snail?
Sneeze snail? What?
Sneeze snail?
It's not.
Is it a nautilus?
I don't know.
Nautilus?
You don't know?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe you should have. I guess we missed that part of the class. But tell them what, because you use plaster here in the regular shop,
So.
were they relying on you in the class?
Yes, sir.
All right, pretty cool. High five. Plaster expert. All right, so let's take these bits out of here.
Bits out of here.
All right.
Time to do a little mixing.
Okay. All right, so our mold box here has been smothered with petroleum jelly, so it's ready to go. let's pour in
Arm.
plaster. Would you, young lady, go wash that for me, please?
Yes, sir.
All right. And the youngest regular assistant brought us a. Oh, let me see that real quick there, please.
Yes, sir.
Take your fossil before it gets broken. Here. I should have had you take this cup to wash it. That's what I meant to say. Hold on, young lady. Go bring that stuff inside. All right. The youngest regular assistant brought me this. This is the massage gun, the Fish and Mortician. Check out his channel here. Gave me this excellent idea. We're going to try to get the bubbles out using this here massage gun. Well, I won't subject you to any more of that, but I'll keep trying it. Thank you for the suggestion, Mr. Fish and Mortician. Appreciate you. And we got a little bit of bubbles that came to the surface, so we use this here broken brush that normal people would throw away, but the regular guy that stays a tool in the shop forever. All right, so these are fairly buoyant, so even though this is still quite liquidy, we can go ahead and start our mold now. Just drop those dogs right in there.
You said it.
Yep, I said it. I'm okay with it though.
No, the dog's gonna get mad.
No, she won't get mad if she knows what's good for her.
She will.
She won't. She knows where her bread's buttered and her kibbles.
No, I think she learned her lesson.
Where her kibble comes from.
Oh, she learned her lesson.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's. Is that located enough? I think that's located enough.
Let's put one right there. We'll put one right there, just for funsies.
No. Okay. We'll let that set up. We'll do the other side. Pretty cool. All right, we're back, regular viewers. The mold is set up. So we need to do a very important step that I sometimes forget. Just take out the mold locators. So that the mold can be located. All right. And now we're going to apply
Petroleum jelly.
Yes, a heaping helping of petroleum jelly.
You were getting that empty.
Well, we've made a lot of molds this year. What do you want for nothing? All right, you work on that.
Okay, I'll
You
smather
work on that. Smother it over there. And I'll work on this over here.
the plaster.
You can button up the plaster for me. All right, so we've got our smathering on. I'd like to thank Dexter's Lure Lab at Secret Bass Rigs. When I've told you guys I've put the smathering on of the petroleum jelly, it creates lines on there. And if you're really upset about that on your bait, he said a hair dryer. I have a heat gun, and we'll just go over it really quickly like that. And look at that. The lines disappear. It's like a magic trick. It's like a flying Bengal tiger in a Vegas show. It's so amazing, right?
What is that?
That was a weird magic show. Anyway,
Okay.
so there they are. All right, so we'll let it cool again because I don't want it just to flow off when the petroleum jelly hits, the plaster of Paris hits it, but we've got a good coat, and I can see that the lines on our lures there have disappeared. We are sans lines. So thank you very much to
Secret Bass Rigs.
Secret Bass Rigs for all your time, attention, and support and wonderful suggestions.
Yes, thank you so much.
And again, we're going to try the massage gun trick. My regular editor wife is going to be super excited when she sees this part. All right, I think this mold has set up enough. Let us open it up. Everyone's favorite part, the great demolding. The demolding? Do we call it demolding? I don't know. Unboxing.
Unboxing. Yay!
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Your fictitious enthusiasm
No, it's not fictitious.
warms
It's
my
real.
heart.
It's real.
Okay, well, how about this for enthusiasm? Did you finish your homework?
Oh, no.
No, back to work. So close there, regular assistant. But yet so far away. Doesn't anybody do their homework anymore? Okay. Supposed to be doing your homework.
I knew I couldn't fool you.
You can't fool me. You're visible. I can see you. You got a cloak of homework invisibility?
I just really want to help you out.
Okay, then finish your schoolwork, and then you can help me out all you want.
I'll see you later.
Look at that. Woo! Couple of bubbles. Doesn't matter. It's a prototype. But the hair dryer or heat gun got the lines out of that, so that's pretty cool. All right, let's get this thing elevated. I got my painter's pyramids over here. I need my friend All. Hi, All. Beautiful. Didn't break the mold master yet. That's 1. 2. Can we keep going? 3. Ooh, they're coming out very easily. Sprue, how do you do? Big money. Last but not least. Hey! Ooh, that one almost... Did that one break? Did that... Be honest. Did that... Nope, it didn't. Okay. Woo! A perfect run. All right. Pretty basic looking mold right there. We'll let it dry and then we'll carve on it a little bit. Couple bubbles. There and there and there. Okay. I don't know what that accent was all about. Just pretend you didn't hear that. But let's get this guy off the ground like so. And we'll let it dry. And we'll be back tomorrow and carve it and hopefully shoot it. All right, regular viewers, we are back. And I have to get used to this new camera angle. It's back a little further. So if I'm off camera, just say something. Our molds have come back from the dry cleaners. They are hardened and they are all dry now. We just have to do a little bit of carving to clean them out. And again, I thought I was prepared for this, but I'm not, like normal. Okay. So if you're just tuning in for the first time, thank you. But we are using just a little flathead screwdriver here, and we're just going to carve out little spots here for the plastisol to flow through. And as always on the Regular Guy lures, we use a lure as a sprue so as not to waste it. Except for this part up there. Don't worry about that little guy. And then just throw your screwdriver off into oblivion. Okay, now that we're back on track, priority-wise, we'll keep filling these. Looks like I need some more petroleum jelly. Alright, when I first do a mold, I smother the whole animal with petroleum jelly just in case I have some major league flashing issues. That way it won't stick to the plaster quite so bad. Okay, silver to start with, or silver-esque, if I'm being honest. All right, we'll let that cool, and we'll be right back when it's ready to demold. That's the word. There we go. Demolding here. All right, whole lot of flashing. Holy flashing, Batman. But we've got our mold here, and that's why I said I slather it the first time I shoot it. We've got our fish, we've got our tails. Yeah, the joys of plaster molds. Look at how easy this comes out, though. Look at that. Look at that. Gonzos. But I've got a fish, and it's got a big old flappy tail on it. Looks like that one didn't quite come out all the way, perhaps. Maybe, maybe not. But look at that. With the magic of scissors, fixed. And we could probably mica powder these tails and clear dip them and get something really special. Some really flashy, flappy tails. Say that 5 times fast. But I think that right there is going to fit nicely without putting it on the jig. Can you do this, regular guy? Probably not. There you go. We got our fishy tail on our swim jig there. That's what we're looking for. Here, just pretend I did this. Wow. Another great result. All right, a little bit of flashing, but not bad. Not a problem. Certainly usable, flappy chatterbait swim jig tails. Why did I say it like that? That's really weird. Let's trim up that a little bit, and that will be a fine specimen to put on a nice black and blue swim jig or chatterbait right there. Beautiful. All right, I would say we have a successful mold here. Looks pretty good. We got a lot of good results, and I like it just the way it is for now. So what we're going to do here is wipe it down to get some of this petroleum jelly off. You always want to use your dirtiest rag you have handy to do that job. Why get a clean rag? And then we're going to polyurethane it and get that process going. You can use that polyurethane to fill in any imperfections there as well. All right, so I'm going to let this dry here. My regular assistants and my dog are getting a little riled up. So we're going to handle that situation and let these guys dry, all right? The first hit on our new jig here. I don't think that counts though. But he ate the tail right off of it.
Try again.
The whole point of it. Thanks, buddy. There you go, guys. First bass on the new jig trailer. There it is down in his throat. He loved it. Outstanding. All right, there he goes. Thank you, sir. Here's our new tail on a chatterbait. All right, this is our silver one, shad colored. All right, let's show you what it looks like in the water. Chatterbait gives it a whole lot of wiggle. Let's do another cast there. It's hard to see. As you can see, it's got a beautiful fishy profile with that tail. And because that tail's so thin, it flaps around perfectly. Okay, this is the sunfish pattern here. I put on the longer tail on this one so you can see it better here. But this is our this is a sunfish pattern swim jig, and this is our flappy tail. Probably see that tail a little bit better this time. Swim jigs set up with it, and as you saw, we already caught a bass on it. Just rig this flappy tail up on a spinnerbait just to show you how that looks too.
Yes, sir.
Fishing up here. Sorry for the distraction. Yes, on that new trailer. Look at that. Not a big guy, but he hit it.
There you go.
Welcome back, regular viewers. I hope you enjoyed that fantastic swim test. We had a lot of fun doing it. And, you know, the regular guy doesn't like to be overly dramatic, but this may be the best swim jig trailer I've ever made. This may be life-changing. Maybe that is overly dramatic. The results were phenomenal. I caught 2 bass, which is, you know, unusual for me on a swim test for sure. Just the action was great. So, you know, I knew on a chatterbait, obviously with the chatterbait, a chattering, that this thing would be flopping in the breeze, you know, in the behind it there. And the extra long one, probably even better for the chatterbait. That one flapped even more. But just even on the swim jig here, just pulling it through the water, straight through the water. I kind of think of it like the American flag in the breeze deal, because this is so thin here. It wiggles. It's got like a little pulse action. I can't even make it do it, but anyway, it kind of, if I can do that. But anyway, it just kind of flaps in the breeze or in the current, as it were, just like a little fish's tail. You know, I was thinking I was gonna maybe have to make a wedge tail on here to get some action out of it, but it worked great. When you see the footage, well, I guess you saw the footage of the spinnerbait here. You know, you can see that flapping behind that spinnerbait. Phenomenal action. I think I'm going to really enjoy fishing with this. This could be something that, you know, I think could take off. Like, this could be something that actual real fishermen, if I could get a real mold made of this, would actually use. When you saw this swim jig going through the water like that, and you can see it's already kind of tore up there, but it's still working. And then it lands, this tail kind of just sits up in the water, you know, and it's kind of like flopping in the water column, or flapping in the water column. It was great. I was very pleased with it. I'm going to use the snot out of these. In fact, I probably already want to make some more, but very excited about how that turned out. Anyway, I couldn't have done it without you, the regular viewers, and your suggestions. Again, thank you to the Fishing Mortician and Secret Bass Rigs for talking to me about the processes with getting bubbles out and getting the lines out of that with the heat gun there. And speaking of lines, I think these lines, if I could see one that came out particularly vivid, these lines came out really nice on here, and I think you can see them really well. So that was a good thing. Pretty happy about that. Again, I think somebody that had some actual carving or you know, molding talent could do real well in a plaster mold, putting some detail on these fish. You know, obviously I'm not too concerned about it because it gets covered up by the skirt here, but you know, if you wanted to, you could put eyes on it, you could put a scale pattern into it, probably use it like a finesse fish. I never understood why a finesse fish tail was sideways, aside from that's how it came out in the mold, like this, right? I always thought that was wrong. I always wanted the tail to be facing the way a fish's tail does. But anyway, moving on past that little rant for no reason. But I think I've achieved it here. You know, I started out, I've wanted to make this. I've made the paintbrush handle lure. I've made the toothbrush handle lure. And I've never got the tail I wanted. This profile, specifically on this swim jig, just looks absolutely perfect. That's what I've been wanting this entire time. And if it wasn't for this hokey little lure that my dad gave me, you know, like back in the early 90s, late 80s, whatever, to keep me busy in the boat, back in the boat, so he could go fishing. And then I actually started catching some nice fish on this lure here. But I still had this thing hanging on my wall, and I saw that tail, and there it be, right? That's it. Pretty easy to make. You guys can make these yourselves. If you do, If you are making plaster molds or soft plastics of your own or lures of your own, please send me a picture. I'd love to see it, love to share it here. If you're catching your personal best or just your first fish or just a fish you're proud of, send it here to our email, regularguylures@gmail.com, and we'll post it here on the on one of the videos if you'd like. Other than that, questions, comments, concerns, please leave them below. We enjoy reading them, and thank you for all you do for the support here and enjoying these shenanigans. You stay regular. Hey, what are you kids doing?
You stay regular.